are one of my favorite Sagittariuses.
Thank you very much.
Besides myself, but it's okay.
Oh, you're Sag.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, Team Sag.
Hey.
Well, congratulations on the film. Major blockbuster, a major action film with Michael Bay. But this film was filmed in LA, and LA is the character of the film. How was that for you guys, especially in the middle of the pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, it was filmed in the second wave of the pandemic. It was interesting, you know. I mean, I think we all felt really grateful to be making a movie. And I think everyone, the actors, the crew, everyone was just thrilled to be there, you know. And I think being in LA, for me, being a kid growing up in LA, like, you know, getting my driver's license, driving, you know, here, you know, it's an experience. It means a lot. And so to make a movie where you're like driving at fast speeds and like, you know, in that sort of fun chase stuff that you did as a kid, you know, it's just, it was great fun. It was great fun.
Helicopters coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, like when you're working with a filmmaker like Michael Bay and he's just like, I have 2 helicopters, they're coming over in a second. You're like, what? And it's not on the call sheet. You're like, it's, you know, his way of working is really a bit mad, but kind of brilliant.
But it's kind of genius. My last question for you, for your characters, you guys aren't like villains, but I look at it as people who are real life people who are going through real life situations who get a little desperate. And love will make you do some crazy things, and the love for your character and the love for your brother, I guess you can say. Was that something that attracted you to the film because it's something where you can empathize with the character, or were you like, he's a total bad guy, I don't know about this guy?
What attracted me to the character and what attracted me to this story was this idea that, I don't want to give too much away, but I feel like the relationship in families, like this family in particular, how it was made up, and then how you love somebody in the most complicated circumstances. And in this movie, I'm like, how do I explain it without giving stuff away?
Without giving anything away.
But I think in the end, what I loved about the character is that the choice that he makes and the reason why he does the things is because of the love for his brother.
I love this. Oh, I love it. So congratulations on the film. I seen a really cool interview that you did that you said when you got the script, you hadn't really no idea what the movie was about or who was directing it. So once you finished and you read the script and you found out who was directing it, what was your reaction?
I was shocked. I was, you know, it's not in the wheelhouse of what Michael likes to do usually, you know, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I just feel like, you know, very transparently we've talked about how he doesn't usually put women at its core, at its center, and it's not necessarily these types of roles. So I was just really curious to sit down and talk to him and hear what inspired him to do. And it was really, actually, I got to give him a lot of props, because he was just very adamant from the get-go when I picked up the phone, and he was like, to me it's important to honor the paramedics, the female paramedics. Latinas are so important. He's like, I've supported diversity since I started my career. It's really important to open the room, and it needs someone with the energy that you have, and it needs to have a vulnerability but also strength, and he really was like, this, I feel like a Latina really embodies that, and I felt really honored, and his passion for the role made me passionate as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you are playing an EMT worker and a first responder. Paramedic. I'm sorry, paramedic. She corrected me. But I feel like when you watch action films, you always see like the chaos and the mess. You don't get to see the people who have to actually clean it up and help out. And I know this was in the middle of the pandemic. So for you, what was that experience like? Like, what was training like?
First of all, I was terrified. It was daunting to think, oh, I'm going to play a paramedic. Like, who am I to be doing this? But the training was, I mean, I just felt so much what I was reading on the page really translated to me and my heart, and so to my heart. So I really just focused and put my head down to prepare as much as I could to honor this role. And I worked with incredible paramedics, and we were educated the entire way. So I'm just so grateful.
Well, thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Congratulations.
What I do?
Well, it looks like you're in this really new film about action, and
See, I haven't seen the final cut, so I don't know. What if I'm not in it? And they're like, ha ha.
if you're not in it though, you just came from Dreamville Fest, Wale Mania, so it seems like you're really busy.
I've been busy. I've been busy.
No, that's
But nah. I've been busy. But like, you know, like stuff like this, supporting the homies is important to me.
So what was it about this film that made you want to tag on to this one?
Yaya and Jake, Michael Bay. Not in that order exactly, but yeah. Yeah, man. It was just, I just wanted to, you know, when I read it and everything, and I just was like, I want to be a part of it.
That's right. I will say you are one of the busiest people on the planet because you just got back from Dreamfield Fest. So do you ever sleep? Does the grind ever stop?
That's what I'm saying. I'm going through that right now. I'm probably going to try to find a way to sleep after this, but I haven't been asleep lately.
Well, you look good, and congratulations on everything.
Good too, man.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that. So Michael Bay, he loves to use real-life officers, real-life SWAT teams in the films that he works on. So because you're playing an officer, did you get training, and how was that?
I did not get training as an officer, but I got training from like the SWAT, the real SWAT members who. I did get training from some SWAT members, and what they showed me was how to use the automatic rifle. And so I didn't have much time, but he was so detailed and so precise in his training. In like 45 minutes, I was able to load up the weapon, shoot the weapon, and all of that. So it was really helpful to have them on set.
That's pretty dope. So Los Angeles is another character in this film, which is actually pretty cool. And I know Michael Bay, he said that he hasn't filmed a movie in Los Angeles in a long time. So for you, how is it like filming in LA in the middle of a pandemic? What was that process like?
Yes, I lived in LA for 13 or 14 years and actually moved during the pandemic 3 months before I got this role. So it was really exciting to be back in the town where, where I was engaged, where I got married, and where I had our baby, and so miles from where I used to live. So it was really, really special, and you really feel Los Angeles here because, like you said, it's a character. You see the neighborhoods. People who know Los Angeles will notice the neighborhoods, the buildings. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. You two look so gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Mommy and Daddy are out.
Oh,
Yes, we are.
Do we have a babysitter for the night?
Yes, Grandma. Yes, Nana. She is there. Yes.
Well, awesome. Well, congratulations to you two, and I can't wait for fans to see the movie.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one. Right. Who is your character, and tell us about them?
I play Papi, and I'm like a godfather to Jake and Yaya's characters. I was in business. I was in bad business with their daddy, and their daddy's passed on. And when they get into a tight place, I'm the answer to the question, who you gonna call? So they call it Papi.
I like that. So a Michael Bay film, which is really action-packed, huge films. So that's something that intimidated you when you first got the script, or was that something that you were like, you know what, I actually want to jump onto this project because it is a Michael Bay film?
I was, when I heard Michael Bay film, I'm going, okay, my ears are up for that. I was in New Zealand actually working on Cowboy Bebop, and so I had the advantage when I auditioned of being an actor who was working. I think that always helps, right? I had my son read Jake Gyllenhaal's lines from Los Angeles and email them to me, and I punched him into my little audition and stuff like that. But the thing that got me when I got the script was that sometimes you look at a piece and you think, okay, my part in this will be unforgettable. This is not one of those gigs where, maybe you'll end up cut, or maybe if they're short, they'll need to kind of tighten you up or something. And you kind of go, no, this, if I get to do this, I'll be part of something unforgettable. And, that doesn't happen all that often for me. So I was thrilled to see it on the page. And I knew, seeing it on the page and knowing who those actors were going to be, Jake and Yaya I'm working with, I knew it would be wonderful, and it was.
Yeah, that's awesome. The city of Los Angeles, where the movie was filmed, it's kind of like a third character in that way. So how is it working in the middle of Los Angeles, but also in the middle of a pandemic? And this was right in the smack middle of the pandemic. How was that experience for you?
Well, it was poignant. It was haunting. I got to say, there was one day when we're driving from base camp down to the set, and we passed the longest stretch, the biggest, longest, deepest homeless encampment I've ever come across. And I was so sad to hear in the car, in the stretch van I'm riding in, that nobody in that van had anything to say about the horror that was being experienced on the sidewalk by those people. People were talking about what an inconvenience it was that they couldn't go into the stores they used to go into. And I'm thinking, has it come to that? Are we truly that cold-hearted that we don't even see the suffering in front of our eyes? That blew my mind. And that's, LA in 2021. That said, They did a lot of beautiful culture feeling of LA. It reminded me of the Super Bowl halftime show where we're going to like actually have LA come and represent for LA. You know, I thought it was beautifully done, and you know, I won't ever forget being a part of it on that level alone.
Well, thank you so much and congratulations.
You're so welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where is the buzz? Where is the buzz? You said was mine.